Hey, it's Brian from Wright732.com, and I am talking about critics. The one thing we all hate. Nobody likes to be told, they're doing something wrong. Nobody likes to be, made fun of. Nobody likes anything negative coming their way. But it's the part of business. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, if you're going to be a manager, if you're going to be a business owner, if you're going to stand in front of people and you're going to lead them, if you're going to be a front runner of any kind, you're always going to have critics. Criticism comes in a lot of terms. It comes from actual critical people within an industry that disagree with you. It comes from people that are jealous of you. It comes from stupid people that just don't have anything better to do. It comes from a million directions. So for me, the main thing is when criticism comes, you've got to look where the source of it is. If it's coming from my industry and they don't believe in what I'm doing, I either have to prove them wrong, or I have to be introspective enough to say, okay, maybe there's some value to what they're saying and let me adjust what I'm doing. I will always go back to, I don't let the inmates run the asylum. I don't let, the marketplace change what it is I'm doing if I really believe in it. If you see a value in what you're doing, you will always have critics. And again, you're going to have to temper that. So if you're doing something as a game changer, the rest of the people playing the game, they're going to be pissed off that you're changing the game. They're comfortable. So you've got to take their criticism for what it is. But if you're doing what everyone else is doing and you're doing it wrong, you might be able to learn from some of the criticism that they throw your way. So you have to really be open to what's coming your way. Instead of just reacting and getting upset and flipping out all the time, look at everything as an opportunity. It's an opportunity to either learn, to prove somebody wrong, to advance your brand better. I mean, I've had people come at me and question what I do, and I've come back with very logical answers. And then that actually gives me an opportunity to further my cause, gets people to understand my business more deeply. Because a lot of times criticism is coming because you're just not putting enough information out to express yourself, to explain what it is you're doing. So you can't get so upset about criticism. Understand it's part of the process. Critics will always be there. You're going to have the stupid critic, the educated critic, the jealous critic. You're always going to have this pool. So you just got to accept it. It's the same thing I was talking about the other day when I was saying, everyone's going to leave you and you've got to be able to deal with that. Well, everyone's going to be critical of you and you've got to be able to deal with that too. If you're being romantic about your business or you have this strong emotional connection to your business, you're kind of losing the point of business. You need to detach a lot of that and you have to do good business and you have to make choices that are strong, tactical moves, not emotional reactions to nonsense that's coming your way, or emotional responses to sense, like very logical, critical things that are coming your way that you just don't want to deal with. So you got to take the emotional reactions out of everything and you've got to process it and you've got to look for the opportunities. It's all about playing the angles. Criticism can just be noise that you let go by. It could be an opportunity to learn, and it could be also an opportunity for you to prove these people wrong, which is furthering your brand. Criticism is just part of the process. It's something that you got to accept. It's something that you have to deal with. So again, take a deep breath, count to 10 before you flip out, let the emotions go, and deal with it logically. It's very simple. That's the tactical way to go about it. Again, it's business. You're in the job of doing what you do well and making a living off of it. Taking care of clients and customers. If you're having emotional outbursts, you're never going to be able to handle your clients. One of the big mistakes I do see, this will be my final note on this, a huge mistake I see is when criticism comes towards a business owner's way. They express in a very emotional way that they're unhappy with the criticism to their staff and to their clients in a way that kind of scares them off. So you really do have to temper how you handle this, because you can really put a bad taste in people's mouth by being too emotional or too angry or too sad or anything. Don't shed tears over words. Don't explode over words. Nobody's attacking your health. No one's taking your money. Nobody's going after your family physically. People are just spewing words about things you're doing. It's very simple. Let it go. Don't get so attached to it because it'll put a bad taste in the viewer, the customer, the staff. You could really derail everything you're trying to do by overreacting to something somebody says. So grow a little thicker skin and, a little bit lighter of a heart so you don't take everything so personally. All right. I hope that helps.